All right, man. Hot box the whip, man. It's KiiD with the cam.
It's KiiD with the cam.
Tsunami's greatest. Who we got in the whip? Who we got in the whip today, man?
Catching a vibe. I feel like I'm telling a scary story.
No, really. It's the lighting. What's going on? We got the smoke in there. Yeah.
You with your girl Kymori. We are catching a vibe.
Catching a vibe.
On Instagram at vibes.with.Kymori. I'm here for all of your art needs, digital needs, portrait needs, interior design needs, you name it. I got it.
Let's go. Yeah, man. So we in the whip with Kymori, vibes with Kymori. So how long you been doing? Like, what kind of art you do, first of all? Like, what?
I'm an acrylic painter. All things acrylic. I can do custom clothes. I can do custom shoes, digital art, mural art.
For sure.
I've done logos. I done painted ceilings.
Have you ever?
I did face painting. Like,
for sure.
If I can put a brush on it, I bet I can do it.
You done anything for like major, like celebrities or companies, brands, stuff like that?
Funny story. I had a commission piece for a picture of the Fighting Irish for Notre Dame.
Oh, really?
And it was just a cute little 10 by 20, nothing major, and it was just like a little side comparison of the Leprechaun. And I posted it on Instagram and got a nice little feedback from it.
For sure.
Notre Dame had my shit removed.
Oh, they hating on you like that?
Notre Dame had my shit removed, but the gag was I wasn't even mad. I was just happy they saw me.
Right.
I was happy they saw me.
Makes for a great story.
Facts. So on a serious note, though, I've done work for Amazon in the local area for Sav 3 location. I've done work for Jax 9, it's Amazon in Jacksonville.
Oh, that's dope.
I've done a couple small business locations, their studio design needs. As a matter of fact, I just did a barbershop. They just did a grand opening at the barbershop, but I painted that bitch from the ground up.
For sure. The whole shop?
Got my work, 159 South Houston Lake Road, Suite 600, Gainey Boy Cuts.
Let's go.
Come
Shout
get cut by the greatest. Shout out to that man, Kurt. Shout out to that man, Devin, too, because he the truth.
Let's go. You said South Houston Lake. We in the war with it. Where you from? Where you from? Know where you from?
Funny story.
That's a funny story. Where you from?
Not really.
I'm intrigued.
It's funny because, okay, boom, I always get told that I don't sound like I'm from here. I get told that I don't talk like I'm from here, and I don't look like I'm from here.
I can hear it.
But that's the gag. What are y'all hearing?
I don't hear like a southern. You don't sound southern. No, not really.
Meanwhile,
like you don't really got a drawl for real.
Okay, I can go for that. I can go for that. But I was born in Cali. That ain't nothing to brag on because I was there for 3 weeks.
For real. So you born 3 weeks in Cali and moved to?
I don't know where we touched down at first. I want to say we stayed in Eastman for a hot second.
Over to Georgia.
Right.
For sure. Okay.
And then came to Warner Rock. I know we moved officially in the house I grew up in 97, 98, something like that. I was born in 95 though, so Right.
Yeah, so it wasn't that long.
Nothing at all. But the gag is, what's funny about it, I've been in Warner Robins all my life.
Right.
Elementary school, Pearl Stevens. Middle school, Huntington.
Okay.
Graduated Warner Robins. Shout out class of 14. Gag is, somebody blindfolded me and took me 15 minutes up the road. I swear I'm in Kansas. Please, my dog.
You don't know your way around here like that?
I don't know my way around nothing. Like, my sense of direction is so terrible.
Yeah, I'm from Perry. Right on the road. So I've been here all my life.
That's dope.
I lived in Atlanta for probably 5 years. Yeah,
what was that
moved
like?
back. It was an experience. It's faster. It's really the same shit. It's all the same shit down here. It's just way more people in a more concentrated area. So it's just faster. More of the same shit going on.
See, I don't feel like I'm built for that.
For real? I feel like I wasn't at first, but you get used to it. One of the great things about the human brain and the mind is adaptable. We adapt. You know what I'm saying?
I can agree to that. However, I'm getting overwhelmed in Warner Robins right now.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so. Yeah.
This shit's growing though. Like motherfuckers moving, they apartments, companies popping up left and right. All this shit.
On a serious note though, to who it may concern, Warner Robins has enough chicken places, please. We don't need no more chicken spots.
Shout out No Name, man.
Both their locations. I don't need no more chicken spots.
Yeah, but nah, I try to learn like where I'm at. When I was in that, I remember when I first moved to Atlanta, it was overwhelming. I was like, man, they got like 4 interstates. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna never learn this shit. Boy, you got I-20, 285, 75, 85, 78, 360. I'm like, whoa. But like, I learned the interstates first. Yeah, I learned what, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I was living in, when I got my apartment, it was in Stone Mountain. So I was driving. I just took Memorial back and forth. Back and forth from the city. But
I'm just the grand. I don't know what these places.
But nah, Memorial went all the way down the east side. And but I learned that helped me get the back roads.
Okay.
And once I got the back roads, it was like if I was driving around the city like it went shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but it just I try to like learn like where I'm at, where I'm staying, like navigate, you know what I'm saying? You might have to run from the police, some shit, you never know what's going on. You know.
I'm a call ass. I'm a call ass. That's why I try not to put myself in situations because I know me.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, I try to stay out of trouble too. So what's your style? I know you say you do acrylic, but like what, you know? You do like portraits or, you know, realism?
Style, personal. No realism at all.
No realism?
I do cartoon art, but I don't want to say I strictly do cartoon art.
Oh, I'm looking for a letter.
My art does look more animated.
Found it.
It does look more like animations. Like it's got the heavy line art. Like think the aesthetic of Danny Phantom or
Okay.
You know,
Butch Hartman.
Yeah. Oh, you the truth. You know your stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I dabble a little bit.
Okay. I fucks with it. But yeah, very much that aesthetic. I like the clean cut. I like from my stuff when I'm done with it, you think that it was computer generated.
And your shit, I bet you painted.
But I painted it.
Because I seen some of your, when I first seen your art, I thought it was like digital art. You doing something like, okay.
I wanted to look like it was literally printed onto that canvas.
And it's a paint. That's hard. You tough. I fuck with that.
And I feel like that's where my true talent truly lies with my art. It's not necessarily the recreation of the image because anybody can recreate an image. Like,
right.
If you get a nice enough projector, you can create. That's how folks are making rugs. Let's be for real.
No, for sure. That's definitely how it is.
Literally. But that's not what you're buying. You're not buying the design. You're buying the technique that was put into the design to get the execution of the image.
I feel like you're buying the identity of it all. Like the style of the artist type shit.
Exactly. Because you can go to any artist, you know what I'm saying, and say, give me this. But you came to me because you like how I did it.
For sure. Nah.
And that's one thing I take great pride in.
A word. Yeah. What got you in how long you been doing art? Your whole life or
funny story. I've always been artsy in terms of writing and poetry and stuff.
For sure.
But I always hung out with other artists. I was never the painter though.
No, you just
I
around.
did little doodles and stuff, but I had a homeboy that still is real talented with it. But that was his realm, so I never, ventured into his shit because,
What was your thing? What was you doing?
A supporter. Heavy on it.
For sure.
Heavy on it. So I started taking my drawing more seriously.
Are you good?
In like maybe high school.
Okay.
But I didn't pick up a paintbrush until 2018.
Okay. You said you graduated 2014?
2014.
Okay.
So that's been what?
A little 4 year?
It's been 7 years. Well, no, I never painted at all until 2018.
Okay.
I never picked up a paintbrush at all until 2018. But I was pregnant with my second baby. And I was like, damn, you need to develop a skill that you can pass on to them.
Nah, that's for sure.
Like, you need to learn something, a craft, a trade, or something that you can give on to your babies. Because I like cooking. I love cooking. And I know I can show them how to cook. But, that's kind of expected as a parent to show them how to cook. What's something else, like a hobby, that they can grasp onto and I remember doing this with my mom. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Bought a pack of canvases.
And I feel like shit get better with time anyway, so they have some shit they can pass on to their kids. They can, and by the time you get to the second, third generation, you got Picasso or some shit, you know?
I did my first painting at 2018. That means I was like 22, 23. My babies did their first painting at a few months old.
That's hard.
So imagine, you know what I'm saying, when they 22, 23. Please.
You know, they had Adonis do the For All the Dogs cover.
Really?
The Drake. Yeah, you know the little dog.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Yeah, shout
and
out to
you know
Drake.
he got credentials for that.
Come on.
So that's revenue at that age, please. I seen a post that said my kids will never get it out the mud. They'll get it out the garden from the seeds that I've planted for them. And that hit me.
That's a word.
That's a word. I ate that one up.
Yeah, that's a word. Yeah, I think, I definitely agree about having something to pass on to your kids. I think my beat making, I be making beats and shit.
That's tough.
And
That's tough.
I'm kind of working on some shit that I can pass along, like teach my kids how to make beats or whatever, and they have that, you know. Or just music in general, honestly, because I understand it, you know what I'm saying, like sonically, and like how like to construct the song or construct the beat or whatever, like to break down some shit I can just, you know what I'm saying, some shit I can pass along. So, you know, it's always have some shit, and then like I say, it gets better with time, so they can build on it, their kids build on it. Before you know it, we got a whole little Manny Fresh somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Come on now. It starts somewhere. Somebody got to start it.
Yeah. So what got you into it? Like, what was that push to be like, you know what? This is what I want to do. Like, if I want to have a trade, like, it want to be art type shit.
I used to tell myself all the time, one day I'm going to paint full time. Painting is going to pay my bills. This, that, and the third. And I think it was when I painted my first picture, when I finished it, I felt real proud of myself. And then, like, the pictures just got progressively better.
Right.
I got a sketchbook. I started sketching all the time. The sketches got progressively better. Then people wanted to start buying them.
Come on.
Oh
yeah, that'll do it.
To be bought. I remember I had did a drawing on the canvas. It was like the outline of a lady, a silhouette. But I had messed up on it, in my opinion. I didn't even want the canvas no more, so I set it outside on the porch. Like, it's sitting by the door type shit.
Right.
So a client had came to pick up a painting, and she saw the picture sitting outside on the floor, and she was like, how much you want for that one? The trash? I said, no, that's a mess up. No, you don't want that. It was just literally black Sharpie.
Right.
The outline of the lady, that's it, the canvas. I was like, I ain't even painted on that. Like, that's just the outline.
I bet they look like probably the fire shit ever in the world.
Said, why you got it sitting out here? I'll buy it right now. I'll paint it myself.
All right.
My very first paint party client. And that solidified in my head to let me know that stuff that you think is trash, other people see true value in it, even when you don't even want to see value in it. They ain't even want to charge her for that.
That's for real.
But she still gave me the funds for it because she said, and I quote, your work is worth it. Please. Please.
Yeah, I think I be undermining myself a lot too sometimes.
Your own worst enemy.
Oh, come on.
Your own worst enemy.
So you be doing like sipping paints and shit?
I do them, but I don't host them. So the way I do my sipping paints, you got, okay, boom. Your traditional design of a sipping paint, you're going to have everybody sitting at the table. You're going to have the instructor. Okay, you're going to paint your brush stroke like this and guide it like this. But if you don't paint, you don't really know what they're saying.
Right.
You and as a non-painter, you're going to expect yours to come out looking like what they saying because you teaching me, quote unquote. But painting is one of them things you have to do.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to get in the paint to figure out the paint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the way I do my paint parties, you tell me the design you want. You tell me the concept you want. I'm going to freestyle your image. You got 20 people at the party. You might have 4 or 5 different designs because who want to paint the same picture?
Right.
Be for real. give you some variety, that give the party some personality. Everybody got different pictures, so when y'all take that group picture, it's gonna look boom, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Draw out the image, turn around, draw over the image again with Sharpie. Now it's an adult coloring book. All you got to do is stay in the lines.
Right. Hard.
Too much like right. It's gonna be a beautiful picture every time. It's ugly, that's your fault.
Right.
Literally.
That means you can't stand outside the lines.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Nah, I remember one time in Atlanta, we had a shout out to my dog Mill Runner. We had this song together. I made the beat, and we and he rapped on it, and we had parodied when we shot the video for it. We had parodied the Pusha T and Kanye West Diet Coke video. I don't know if you've seen that one. But it was black and white. They did they actually parodied the Diddy Craig Mack joint Flavor in Year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so the video was kind of like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And we did the video release party to premiere it at a Sipping Paint.
Oh, that's dope.
But they had they had a model come in, and she was in her lingerie or whatever, and she just posed and sat there, and they you know what I'm saying, little canvases, and yeah.
That's tough.
And some of them was like, and some of them was like hard, some of them was fire, you know. Yeah.
I can appreciate that kind of art, but that's not my kind of art. Not in terms of that's not what I do, but like that's not something I would be interested in doing per se at all. And it ain't got nothing to do with the girl at all. It's just like my art take a process, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure you got your little, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people be wanting me to like, okay, boom, shout out to Rebellious Cheddar. Shout out to that girl. She is the truth. She is the truth.
Shout out Rebellious Cheddar.
She is the truth. She does live painting where she is, I want to say, just on downtown Macon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just straight, like, I want to say Cherry Street somewhere.
For sure.
But I know she just gets on live and she just be painting out in the open. And it's like, dang, that's a very vulnerable thing. Like,
I'm invested. I fuck with it.
My process is just, I don't know. That's a real.
I think my recording process, I think is kind of similar or the same. Like, I don't be wanting niggas to see the way I, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And niggas be going to the studio with like 100 niggas in and shit, and I be like, I record all my shit at home, like, you know what I'm saying? Send that shit off or go mix that shit in the studio or some shit with 100 niggas or whatever. But I ain't finna record. I don't like too much recording in front of people unless I'm working with an artist or whatever the case. Like me and that artist, me and this engineer, me and this producer. But yeah, it's like a vulnerable thing. Like
I really feel exposed out here. Like, I'm really putting myself onto this canvas right now. Like, and you really putting yourself into that sound. Like, oh no.
But I think that's a way to. I think everything. Because once I'm pretty sure she do like really good on the internet, really good on TikTok, whatever she go live on.
Thanks.
And so I think that's a thing that every artist got to grapple with. You know what I'm saying? Come to terms with vulnerability. And once you're able to like expose that to the world for real, like, I think that's when God give you like your reward. Okay, you did that, so here you go. You know what I'm saying? This is what you asked for, type shit.
So let me ask you this on a personal note. Mm-hmm. How do you okay, boom. You are asked to do a project, right?
For sure. What kind of project?
A producing project,
for sure.
Right? Or, okay, beat making. That's something you're more familiar with.
Yeah, for sure.
But you asked to produce a beat that you know you're not comfortable making, that you don't typically make. Mm-hmm. It ain't even in your wheelhouse.
I'll take a stab at it.
All right, so boom, right? Mm-hmm. But you done let the client know, hey, this ain't my ball in the park. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going to do the best of my ability.
For sure.
As a matter of fact, you told the client, because this ain't in my wheelhouse. This ain't what I be doing. I don't want to do this. And the client say, I trust your work because I heard what you have done and I like it.
I fuck with it. It don't take me much to motivate me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. All right, so you dive into it, right?
Yeah.
You put pure energy into it.
Come on.
What you got come out sound like gold to you.
Come on, but they ain't fuck with it.
You release it to that client and she says piss. How you come back? Like, what you do from there?
Yeah, I see what
you do from there.
From there, I'll probably be like, okay, so what is it about it that you don't like, or where I need to go from here type shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
You know, and then whatever they can tell me, we just go from there. And they, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna make multiple anyway.
Facts.
It let you pick from whatever. But you know what I'm saying? If you just think, well, what shit, some gotta be right about. You know what I'm saying? I had to start somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
You know.
And we just go from there. So I change this, add this, take away this or whatever. You know.
That makes sense. I can agree with that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, I love making music and shit, but shit, I'm trying to get a check. Like, if we work on a project, I'm getting paid for it. So, like, I'm not finna just be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna figure it out.
And that's my problem. I'll be so quick to say fuck it.
But my thing is, like, I say fuck it too, because I be like I said this before, it'd be hard for me to, like, want to work with other niggas, like, when they want beats and shit, because, short story, nigga hopped in my inbox. Yeah, so and so sent me. I'm looking for some beats. I'm like, all right, bet. How many you need? He's like, I need 5. Let me get them like XYZ type. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm not one of them niggas where I can do like make a beat in like 10 minutes, 15. I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I be spending like an hour, 2 hours on my you know what I'm saying? I done spent like a whole 3 days on the beat type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just spend time on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
I done genuinely,
yeah. And then I got so much shit going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to schedule it. Like, you know
priority.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it take time for me to do that shit.
Life outside of it.
So I was like, all right, bet. You trying to buy? I send him a 10-pack. So I was like, all right, here you go, 10-pack, whatever. Out of the 10-pack I sent him, he only fucked it with like 3 of them bitches. And he was trying to buy 5. So I'm like, all right, shit, let me cook up. Let me give me something to cook. I'm cook up some more, gonna go from there. And see, cook him up 5 more. You know what I'm saying? Send him. Out of that 5, he only fucking with like 1. So I'm like, all right, like, I can refer you to a nigga that probably, you know, yeah, and it just like, cause by the time like if it was me, like I would. By the time I'm looking up a nigga, it fits my face to even ask a nigga for some beats or whatever. I already done looked you up. I know who you don't work with, what you got going on. Like I'm already in. I'm making it hard to convince myself whatever you send me gonna be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm already
like,
a fan.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where like niggas need to hold a little bit more appreciation.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? For the art of this shit. You know?
Thanks.
I think they done industrialized this shit a little bit too much.
Facts. Agreed. Could you look at producers like Timbaland and look at the breakdown of his beats? This niggas was taking like little snippets of the sounds of other songs.
Come on, and making like some shit. Making some shit.
What? Legendary shit. Piece by piece. Yes. Layer by layer. Like that's
shout out to that boy Timbo,
like
man.
A puzzle. That's almost like a puzzle. A sound puzzle, if you will. That's some high shit there.
Hard. I mean, but
you need to get that trademark.
Sound puzzle.
Beat makers, they are sound puzzles. Hey.
For sure.
Hey.
Yeah, we gonna stamp that one. Gotta do that before this even drop. But yeah, like, I mean, but you can really like apply that shit to everything though, even with painting. You know what I'm saying? Like taking little pieces of and making art out of it, something bigger out of it, or whatever the case.
Absolutely.
I feel like all this shit kind of like a puzzle.
That's like, nothing's truly broken.
Yeah.
You put it back together, it just makes a mosaic.
Because it's all really the same shit. It's just looked at it
differently.
By different people.
Different shapes now. That's it.
Hell yeah.
Different shapes are just different perspectives. And the different perspectives are just different people.
I think I'm starting to find my identity a little bit.
Who do you think you are?
With this, my company, I got a production company.
Let me rephrase that. Who do you know you are?
I think I'm somebody that's supposed to start something that's gonna last for a long time. A community or something, some kind of place or group of people or something. Okay. So I feel like everything that I'm doing now, even with this music shit, is worth something like working towards that. You know?
Agreed.
I just gotta figure out a way to kind of like put it in my art type shit.
What you mean?
Just incorporate like my goals and ideas in my art type shit. Yeah, but I want to do it intentionally.
You already are.
No, I'm doing it unintentionally. Like I want to come up with a way that I do it the way I want to do it. For real. I know I'm already doing it, but
the execution was unintentional. But the fact that you continue to do it is what's intentional.
Facts.
And that's what I want you to start embracing more, because you need to give yourself some more credit.
You think so?
You got a mobile podcast right now. I ain't never heard of no shit like this.
For real?
This is the dopest concept I
So we out here hot box the whip, man. I got vibes with Kymori in this
I
this
came
beach.
across this shit on Instagram. I shit hot box the whip. A hot box podcast. Why has nobody ever thought of this? Ingenuity at its finest.
Nah,
Black
sure.
ingenuity at its finest. Please,
I appreciate that.
Please.
Somebody gonna give me my flowers one day.
On now.
You know, it's
Come
all
on
good.
now.
I ain't tri-
Come on now. Come on now. Pastor was just saying you have to be on fire for God. And the way you have to be on fire is what ignites a flame? Oxygen.
Having that, I feel like that passion for
So with
something.
that, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just for something.
And in order to keep that passion burning, you have to have fans around you that are continuously fanning your flame to increase that rage you have in you to be successful.
Nah, that is definitely true.
Come on now.
That's definitely a thing.
Exactly. Embrace that. So everything you already said that you're trying to do, that you think you are, you should know who you are, because you're walking in that and doing that.
For sure. You're absolutely right.
What's your favorite number?
Do I have a favorite number?
Think about it.
Yeah, let me, before I just say any random number. You only get 10 of them.
Do you really though?
Well, I mean, if we go, I was going to do like a single digit.
You don't have to. There's no rules on that. You're not obligated to, is what I'm getting at. But if you choose to, then you choose to.
Let me think on it. Because I really don't have one. So now it's like, I'm thinking of numbers and why this would be my favorite.
My favorite number is 12.
Okay. Why is that? If you don't mind me asking.
It started off because 12 is my dad's birthday, June 12th.
Okay.
And I'm a huge daddy's girl. But as I got older and life started lifing, I was like 24 maybe, going through a lot with relationships, kids. Anyway, I started seeing a lot of red birds.
Cardinals?
A lot of them. A lot of them. And it's like everywhere I went, they followed me.
What you think that symbolizes? I know some people say it'd be like dead relatives coming in to visit or stuff like that.
At first, I thought it was just like a sign of good luck, you know, something good finna happen. Like, you got something good coming your way.
Right.
And then as time went on, like, my granddad passed a couple of years ago. When my granddaddy died, I see like, when my granddaddy died, he was my number one fan. I know he was my biggest supporter. So I was hurt. I stopped painting. It was at a point where I was painting literally every single day. Every single day. Even at work, I had to paint. Like, I always have a canvas in my car.
All right.
I would go outside, and on my break, I'm working on the canvas. Or you would see me on the floor in the corner working on the canvas. I was always working. So for me to stop, my mom knew something was wrong, because I've never stopped painting since I started.
Right.
I didn't paint for like 2-3 weeks straight. And I don't know what brought me out my funk, but one day I decided to go outside and paint. All right, you got to like that. And some just went out. But yeah, I decided to go outside and paint. All right, boom. I decided to go outside and paint. When I went outside, I'm sitting there painting, right? Mm-hmm. Shit you not, a red bird flies down and lands on the branch a few feet away from my porch. Sat right there and watched me paint for like 20 minutes straight.
For real?
I even turned the picture and pointed it at the bird, and it came closer, looking at my picture. Like, and I know that was my granddaddy. I know for a fact that was my granddaddy. I know for a fact that was my granddaddy. So
Yeah, I think that should be true to an extent.
I say all that to say cardinals are considered the year-round bird. It's 12 months in a year.
Right.
They're considered the year-round bird because unlike other birds that fly south for the winter because it's warmer, right?
Right.
Cardinals find a mate, they settle down, and they endure the storm through whatever season.
No, I never knew that.
I just thought that was so crazy that they are symbolic of the number 12, and my favorite number is 12, and they be following me.
See, now that might be my new favorite number.
It's a dope number.
Plus, they call that's what they call the police in Atlanta.
Come on now. Come on now. Why do you think they call it lucky number 7?
Probably got something to do with like the 7 chakras, 7 wonders of the world.
It could. 7's not a lucky number though.
Is it not?
7 is a complete number.
Aren't there like 7 Dragon Balls or some shit?
Exactly. 7 is a whole number, a complete number. And what I mean by that is, all right, so boom. Just like you said, you got the 7 chakras, 7 Dragon Ball Z, 7 days of the week. The world was created in 7 days biblically. All of these are complete cycles, right?
Right.
The creation of it, right? Boom. Say you at a slot machine. You pull the slot. You hoping you hit the jackpot, right? Which is where all of them line up, right?
Yeah.
But what is that essentially? That's a complete cycle of the machine.
Right. Oh, that's why it's a jackpot.
Exactly. Come on now. Come on now. Everything is so intentional and it's all in our faces. And
it's all in our faces for real. The nigga just gotta want to know it.
A nigga just gotta want to know it. And then as soon as you know it, everybody looking at you like you crazy. Like, this bitch over here, she go with the numbers again, y'all. Like, it's crazy.
Shit like that made me want to go back and like look at pop culture shit just to see if I can see shit like, oh, complete cycle. Yeah, I see it. Like
You ain't even look at pop culture like hell, just reflect on
YouTube
everyday
videos.
life type shit.
Nah, for sure.
Fun fact, boom. I got fired from Amazon November the 11th, 5 days before my birthday, right?
This was last year?
This was back in 2023, right? It was on my own regard. I ain't even gonna go into detail with that shit, but it was my fault. Cool. I got fired 5 days before my birthday, right? Next year, I started working at Tractor Supply. I got fired 5 days before Christmas.
Jeez.
Let's get into it. Again, for my own mistakes.
Okay.
What is significant about that story is the number 5. 5 is the number of, 5 is representative of imminent, impending change. Change you can't avoid. Change that you have to endure in order to survive.
Okay.
And what is the change in that? My mindset. I had to change something about myself and something I was doing within me.
That keep you getting fired?
Causing me to sabotage myself. Like, damn,
Right.
bitch, you had 2 good jobs. Like, what the fuck? But on that same token, when I realized that, because once again, like you said, everything is in our face unless a nigga know. Unless a nigga just want
to know. Right.
I'm a nigga that wanted to know. So when I seen that and came to terms with that and grew from that, I did that.
Right.
Implemented said changes immediately because I recognized it.
Oh,
and then before you know it, who would have thought? I said I wanted to pay full time. No, I'm paying full time.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer of God gave it to you. It ain't gonna be how you want it.
Exactly. And that be
but you will get it though, you know.
That be the problem. Everybody wants stuff their way. And it ain't even your
that be the self-sabotage.
Exactly.
You know.
That's one thing I had to pray on is not necessarily figuring out my place and figuring out my path, but praying for the obedience and patience to be on God's timing and not my own to follow said path.
Come on.
I know where He wants me.
It's something we all got to work on. I feel like I be putting. Fuck this shit.
Come
But,
on
you
now.
know, every time I say that, it just,
I fall to the floor. Come on.
I mean, stuck the rat back doing the same cycle, doing the same shit again until I do it the right way. So,
Literally. When I could have just stuck to it,
come on.
been way further than what I should, man. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
But, you know, we live and we learn.
We live and we learn. We live and we learn. I need to get that on a t-shirt for real.
So what music you listen to? It can be local or
I listen to
global,
a little bit of
whatever.
everything. If I like it, I like it. You know.
Just kind of
It
rotation.
come across my playlist. It come across my playlist. Like, okay, boom. Me and my kids. Like, local artists. I really don't know any local artists.
For real?
So like, I'm not in the mix per se. Like,
I feel like
When I
there's
say
a
I
couple
think-
people out here that's like buzzing enough for you to not be in the mix to kind of like see what's going on a little bit. Maybe I could be
on
wrong.
my Pandora, I promise I ain't heard.
Okay, I see what's going on.
I'm one of them. So
Are you into like Southern Soul? That's a big thing around here.
Southern Soul.
Like Southern blues, Southern Soul. Like
And see, that's another thing. Like, I really don't even know. If I hear it and I like it, then I like it.
for sure.
My taste buds are all across the globe when it
Okay.
comes to music. Like, you're going to get a little bit of everything within my like button on Pandora. I promise you that. Survive on this side of time.
Nah, I can dig it. I got a well-crafted Pandora station as well.
Hey,
You know,
I feel like it speaks on the personality of a person. Like, it speaks on their character.
right?
Because you can't just be set in one set way. Because you're not going to always be in that one set way. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you didn't grow. That's you being stagnant, essentially.
No, I can dig it.
Expand your music taste, guys.
Different genres. I just been getting into country, not the whole like crossover trap country shit that's been, but like real like
Come on now.
authentic country music. Black art, like by black artists and shit.
What got me into country music, kid you not, true story. It was the ROTC Christmas Parade senior year.
Oh really?
My knee raggedy. She is shot. Okay. She is
Oh
shot.
what?
She look fine right now, but on the inside,
Oh no.
that's a 70-year-old on her best day. On her best day. But cool. So I'm in a full knee brace and I'm on crutches. This is senior year. I had just got my surgery. I blew out my ACL and all the other good stuff. Cool. Another story for another day. Cool. They tell me I still had to march in the parade.
Oh
I'm
wow.
supposed to march with the crutches. They were like, oh, you're not going to march.
Huh?
You're not going to march. You're going to ride in the back of the truck with the windows up. So what's the point of me being in the parade?
I thought this would have you on some.
At least on the bed of the truck, at least.
Right.
No, so if I'm in the back of the truck,
With the windows up. Hold on, with the windows up.
be for real. Why am I even in the parade?
Yeah. I guess
Like
it was
you
an
did.
attendance thing at this point. Like you just got
I
to
hope
be there.
that's the case. That's what I'm gonna charge it to. That's what I'm gonna charge
Wow.
it to. But I ain't even tripping on that. What I'm tripping on is the two people that were driving the truck listen to nothing but
Country music.
the whole parade. So at this point, I done formed a trauma bond with the songs because this what I got to listen to.
Honestly, now that you say that, I
Right.
feel like trauma bonds through music is a thing, and that's what makes you like certain kinds. Because I got in the country when I was I used to work at Bluebird in Fort Valley. They for everybody that don't know Bluebird, they make the buses, the Bluebird school buses, the kids, and so we in that bitch building the buses. I used to work in PDI, that was pre-delivery inspection. So we used to get the buses and like just inspect them when they come off the lines, make sure they
Right.
all built the code, everything fixed, because they be really kind of fucked up when they come off the line. So we got to fix everything they fuck up on the line, make sure it's good, So that was cool or whatever. Like, but they moved me to road test, and
Which road
then
test?
like.
Where they tested for the road.
Yeah, they get ready to put them on the road, make sure they, they run good, everything, the mileage, everything good. So when I was in road test, I was doing front end alignment, and all the guys and the shift was probably like from 5 in the morning to like 3, 4 in the afternoon type shit. And so I'm in road test with when they pull the buses in, they'll crank the radios up to the country. I work with a whole bunch of old white guys.
They got that shit blasting on.
Come on. We in that bitch all day listening to nothing country music. It be shit like Luke Bryan and all shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Like some Luke Bryan now. I can't even hold.
That how I mean, I ain't had no trouble listening to shit all day. Sometimes they let me get it. I turn the bitch to, you know what I'm saying, the rap hip hop station or whatever down here. But
can't get too aggressive on.
Yeah, hell no. And that's probably like once, maybe every 2 weeks. But yeah, other than that, you know, they had the country music and I just Bluebird was a hell of a job. Like I used to hate going in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that'd be my trauma bond to the
I'm so dead. That's how it be.
Yeah, man.
And you find a couple you like and make you venture out. I remember
I had my little playlist, you know.
Come on now. I was sitting on my porch painting my picture, sipping my tequila on my country station. I said, oh my God, I'm one of them. How to fit the stereo. And I was vibing. I was like, I just spit. Damn.
It's all good.
I caught that one. Boom.
I cut it out if you need to. It's all good.
Keep that shit on real. But shit, it was a vibe though. I was fucking with it. I was very much so fucking with it. I was like, this why they do that. This,
you know, you tap into a certain energy. You see. I feel like that's why I feel like music is a powerful thing. You know, it's a record, a recording. I mean, it can even be some bullshit. It's really the energy behind it that was put in making it to it. You know what I'm saying?
Valid.
And you know, when you play it back and you hear it, you tap back into that shit. You know.
Now, what I mean by true music is, you got shit that's out here that's clearly just elevator music.
Come on.
You got shit that's out here that's clearly just meant to be in the background at your local Forever 21. And you got shit that's clearly meant to just be on TikTok so you can do your compilation videos. Cool. But then you got music that truly provokes emotion.
No, for sure.
You got music that's going to make you want to feel how they're portraying. Like, if I got on a playlist and you got a song that this nigga mama died, damn, I'm sad. And my mama right up the
Come on.
And then the next song, some goddamn OG Sosa. Now I'm ready to fight these niggas and I don't even know them.
Excuse me. That's what you gonna tap into.
Come on now. Niggas
and all that shit, that's just going. That all it is that, and it's just not gonna apply to you and whatever you got going on. And a weak-minded motherfucker gonna act on it.
They gonna act on it for sure. They gonna act on it for sure. They gonna act on it for sure.
That's why I feel like
they weed themselves.
It ain't the music. Like motherfuckers want to. I feel like motherfuckers want to bash like drill music and all this other shit. In which, you know what I'm saying, it's harsh. But I feel like you got horrorcore. I feel like you got horror movies. You got horror. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers. Like, it's up to the individual.
It's very much so. Like, okay, on that same aspect, let's look at mental health. People look at mental health on the stigma, but on the same token, everybody with mental health ain't out here killing.
Come on.
Everybody with mental health ain't out here spazzing. So you can't put that stigma on.
I think it falls back to having like the resources you need.
Exactly. And it goes back to
certain available
initially exactly what you just said earlier. A nigga don't know until he wanna know.
Come on.
You know something wrong with Lil Johnny. Johnny don't care something wrong with him. He don't wanna get the help. So what can you do for Lil Johnny but pray for him? That's it. That's it and that's all.
But I do feel like it gotta be something. Either something done to like either fix the issue or just separate away from motherfuckers that just don't want the help type shit. You know, because at this point, what niggas doing now ain't working. I feel like.
Touche.
You know.
I can agree to that. So let me ask you this. What do you do to promote change within yourself on a day-to-day?
Yeah, I really don't know.
What you mean?
I try to, so it's 3 things that I feel like I can improve on, like all around, with just my all around productivity. And it's like, one is when I work is to make sure I'm doing something and saving it and building on top of it. And not always having to start something over with some new shit every time if I'm doing the same shit type shit.
Valid.
second thing is I need to stop fucking procrastinating and start doing some shit more in a timely manner.
Story of my life.
And I think I do a pretty good job, but I do kind of always like, even with small gaps in windows, just wait to the last minute to do shit. And
Story of my life.
yeah, and the third thing is I need to just do shit more consistently. Like just, and not even just like on everyday shit, but if I do it, like if I, like with the podcast, I'm trying to do an episode once a week. So just do it, like really do it every week type shit, or once a month or whatever the fuck I'm gonna do. Just do it, keep doing it consistently.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel like as long as I'm doing those three things, like I'm bettering myself a little bit.
Do you know what the number 3 is symbolic of?
If I had to guess, it would be change, maybe. I don't know.
Harmony and unity.
Oh, that's dope.
The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost.
Holy Trinity, right.
So by you having those 3 bases of change that you want to provoke consistently throughout your life, you're already winning.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's something I just started on working, but I mean, I identified, I feel like, with
100%. I always start at 1%.
You know?
Always. You doing better than a nigga that's still thinking about it.
Come on. So yeah, what about you? How are you? You feel like you promote change within yourself?
I promote change within myself by being a beacon of positivity in any way I can every day.
What are some examples of that? That's dope, by the way.
Thank you. When I was in middle school was a very dark time for me. Very, very dark time for me. And it was a lot I didn't like about myself. And a lot I didn't. It was a dark time. So, boom. I was like, you know what, Kymori, you gonna give a compliment to a stranger every day.
For sure.
Just try it and see what it do. And
how'd that work out for you?
I deliberately went out of my way to give compliments. I didn't care what it was, but I just did that. And to this day, a compliment will roll off my tongue so fast.
Come on.
Just the way I'm breathing it. Because that's now instilled within my persona. Like, that's just who I am. Not on no fangirling, just some true, genuine appreciation. Like,
No, I think that's a dope trait to have.
it made me feel so much better about myself because not like an ego boost, but like, damn, I just did. Maybe if they ain't hear nothing else all day, they done heard that.
Right.
So if I can at least do my part to not let somebody else feel how I feel, that's a win.
No, that's dope.
That's a win.
Opposed to somebody like, opposed to somebody like,
Yeah, that's shaking right now.
You said what?
I'm shaking.
Nah.
Vulnerable shit.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, but as opposed to somebody like going out and like saying something bad about somebody every day, and then having that trait grow on them to the point where they just like a miserable, mean person.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Because, I mean, I know somebody, I mean, it's people like, it's unintentional, but that's just how life works. And you do something and it grows. It's so that you determine whether it's going to go this way or that way, you know?
Right. Right.
I feel like.
Right. That's why my favorite word is euphoria.
Your favorite word is euphoria.
Absolutely.
When I think of euphoria, I think of like shrooms, and psychedelics.
As you should.
You know,
As you should.
I never saw the show yet. Yeah, I heard it's pretty good though. I should watch it probably.
Never seen it. I know it's I get the concept per se. But I got this tattoo back in 2016, maybe.
Oh yeah.
2015. It was my first big project piece. This is my 4th tattoo. It started off with just this segment. Then I got a second piece. And I got the third piece up here. So it wraps all the way around.
For sure.
But the story behind it is euphoria is defined as the ultimate state of happiness and self-awareness. And honestly speaking, the only way you achieve true euphoria is by dying and going to heaven. And you don't want to die to experience euphoria. That's why you got these folks that's trying to live forever, because they're trying to live to see the good years. You know what I'm saying? Chasing a dream. The dream is euphoria. So you have to enjoy the process of getting to euphoria. And the process along the way is life.
I feel like death is an illusion.
Why do you say that? Because that's such a concept.
You feel like you said people want to live out to see the good years, but I feel like the irony of it is like you live, the more you live, the worse shit gonna get until you die. Shit has to cycle. Shit has to start over. Shit has to regrow, regenerate. You do what I'm saying? And you just, the sad part is that you just can't be there to see it. Sorry, but it gotta happen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily say the shit's ending and over with, or you like die per se, but it's like you starting over. You know? And I feel like once I started thinking about it like that, like my whole concept of perception of death just kind of changed a little bit. It's not such a scary thing to me anymore.
Let me tell you why I support this. Let me tell you why I back your reasoning. Growing up as a Baptist Christian.
I was a Methodist.
Come on now. Come on now. It's just too many questions I got that ain't been answered, is all I'm saying.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay,
but, you know, it is what it is.
My Nana. Today's her birthday, actually. Shout out to my Nana. She was a firecracker when she was younger. Very outspoken. Very in your face. A mean girl. But she was a bad bitch. You couldn't tell Nana shit. You still can't tell her shit, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
She's still that girl. She gave birth to my mom and my auntie. My mom is dark skinned. My auntie is light skinned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Years later, she gave birth to my uncle, her son. They got a significant age gap, right? Cool. My mom gave birth to me. My auntie gave birth to my cousin. After my mom gave birth to me, she had 2 more sons. That was the end of the babies. Wasn't no more babies.
Okay.
I'm the only girl, the oldest child, the oldest grandchild, the only granddaughter. Growing up, they used to tell me all the time, they still tell me, damn, you act just like your Nana.
Come on.
You act just like your Nana. So what are the odds that me acting just like my Nana, the next set of girls that come into the family are mine? And what are the odds that my 2 little girls, I got a little dark skin one and a little yellow one.
I feel like there are no odds.
What are the
That's
odds?
what was just supposed to happen.
So the fact
It
that
was
you
gonna
said
happen.
this is a new cycle, that's, come on.
It's always somebody in the world that look like somebody.
That's
you know.
Crazy.
I mean, it's just the way this shit works.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen.
It's weird, right?
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm the only painter in my family, like the only artist in my family. But my Nana had a book published. Where the fuck Tarzan just came from? What the hell?
Yeah, she getting lit over here, kind of. I guess it is
What?
Friday night in Winter Robinson. Kind of wild. So, who's some of your like favorite artists?
In regards to
Like your painting, I guess, your art, or it could just be art in general. Like somebody, I feel like you got performance art, you got actresses, painters,
locally, I'm gonna start there.
sculptors. Okay.
I like Akira Danielle,
Shout out KiiD Kymori.
aka the artist. She is tough. She is tough. She is tough. It's another girl I follow on TikTok. Let me look her name up because I don't even want to disrespect Shawty and get everybody else right. Shout out to that girl. I ain't even gonna hold you. I can't even say this shit. Her name is Day Glock on TikTok. at DAE_Glock on TikTok. That girl tough. That girl is. What's up, guys? Shawty is tough.
Oh yeah, she hard.
Please.
Yeah, shout out her.
Please. That's where I get my inspiration from. That's
okay. She said she local. Where she from?
I don't know where she from, but I don't think she local per se.
Okay.
But that's just, an up and coming name. So support.
Okay.
Other forms of artistry. God damn. Whoa. Y'all, it's lit on the block. Shit. Y'all.
Bro, this bitch has jumped like 2 curves and throwing her hazard lights.
The car just ran up on the curb, y'all. All these damn trees with the lights on.
Oh my God. It is pretty dark out here. It could be a little bit brighter. Like, they got it like pitch black.
Agreed.
Like anything could be happening right there in that corner. Like we wouldn't even know. But yeah.
I'm laughing because I shit you not. You know that little roundabout thing over there? Somebody ran clean over that bit like 2 weeks ago.
Probably drunk as hell. Oh my God.
Damn, that's tough.
And look, I've been trying to figure out a way to like include people who don't smoke in the podcast. So I was thinking about like shots out the whip instead, but I was like, nah, I'm not trying to promote like drinking and driving. No shit. Hell nah. So yeah, don't drink and drive. This ain't it. So God, please don't hit us. I guess they cars, all right. Just rolled off.
Somebody get out and check.
Yeah, I think somebody got out.
They driving real slow.
Yeah, that would have shook me. I'd have been spooked as hell, boy.
Something loose. I heard it crash.
They're probably in their car. You know that shit. That type of shit happens to somebody when you borrowing that shit.
Terrible. Wake up all his little fluid on the floor, please.
Oh my God.
That's terrible. Shout out to the curb. Shout out to the curb.
Yeah, I be I fuck with I-Beam.
I-Beam.
Yeah, he do a lot of the graffiti in Atlanta.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, bro, pretty dope. He got a lot of shit all over the city. Shout out I-Beam. In vain.
It's 11/16.
What's the significance? If you don't mind me asking.
My birthday.
Oh.
It's just, if you ever catch it, okay, fun fact, y'all. If you ever catch your I can't talk. If you ever catch your birthday on the time, right? Analyze what you're doing and think about what you're doing. Think about your thoughts and think about where you are in life, because that is confirmation from God that you're on the right path. That is him literally saying, shout out to you for doing a good job. That's an individual shout out directly to you. That's his call to you by saying, look, it's your birthday. Do your thing. You doing your big one age. This is specifically for you because that's your specific day.
That's dope. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm trying to talk to the blunt. I'm gonna start doing that.
Please. I love numbers. I feel like they speak to me real bad. Oh, I was looking up I-Beam. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Yeah, shout out I-Beam. We're pretty dope with graffiti. Oh, shout out Cameron Ray.
Shout out Cameron Ray.
Yeah, he's a painter. I forgot what medium he uses. He be painting on canvas. Pretty dope. And we used to work together on some shit.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them, man. I don't know. I don't think I've cultured myself enough with other, like, established artists. I guess I'd be so caught up in my shit, progressing myself that,
No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's not like fuck them per se, because I love going to an art museum. I'll get lost in an art museum real quick. I love that.
I think the last time I went to a museum was like the High in Atlanta.
That's one of my favorites.
For real.
That's one of my absolute favorites.
My dog got a art gallery on the east side.
Oh, word?
Yeah, in Atlanta on County Road. Shout out to the Cosmic Line.
That is tough.
He got his paintings in there and shit. Yeah.
It's hard.
Some other pieces and shit. And we just did a show there like last year. I brought the band up there and we rented it out. Had a crowd. Performed some songs on some shit.
That's dope.
Shout out Zaza, man. Shout out my dog Zaza.
You doing big things.
That's the one that did my cover art actually for my first album. Sunny. If you go look at my shit, you see. He do. And he created my character, all type of shit, man. That's my dog. Gotta get that boy his flowers.
You doing real big things. Y'all doing real big things. How about that?
I be trying, you know. Got my little, you know.
Support the scene.
My little company. You know what I'm saying? We getting out there a little bit.
Surround yourself with those like-minded individuals and watch how far y'all get there together. There's plenty of room for everybody at the top.
So what is like one thing you thankful for?
There are so many things that I'm thankful for. It's hard to just narrow it down to the one. I'm thankful for understanding.
Oh my, that's a great answer.
I take that for granted. Everybody's so set in their own ways and looking at it in their own perspective.
Come on.
Everybody's life is just important as yours, and everybody's living their own dynamic. They got their own woes. Like you're not the main character in everybody's movie. You're not. So my boss was a bitch today. She might be getting her ass whooped down.
Come on.
We don't know. We don't know. Can't do nothing but pray for folks like that.
That's something that a lot of people don't have, actually. I think I'm thankful for art.
Art is such an expression. It's such an expressive form.
Just imagine the world without art.
What? Like,
all this shit look the same.
Come on, man. Bland as fuck. Everybody.
You know what the suicide rate probably be?
Please. Spazzing. Please. Please.
Yeah, I think I'm thankful for art and being able to express yourself and your identity. And people like be appreciative of that shit for real.
Facts.
To the point where you can get like a fan base on some shit. Or a following. Pay your bills, you know.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Hotbox the Whip.
Hotbox the Whip.
We live with Vibes with Kymori, man. You got something else you want to tell these people before we get up out of here?
It takes zero money to be a kind person. You'll never know what folks going through.
Oh, God.
If somebody somewhere could be on their the thinnest straw they got. And here you come trying to be funny. Here you go thinking something sweet, and they done off themselves on something you didn't even think was that major. You just never know.
So sad.
Spread a smile. Life is not that serious, bro. We all gonna die, so you might as well enjoy it. Find something to smile about.
And it's 2025.
You got something to smile about.
The world ain't the same.
Come on now.
Ain't nobody playing.
Come on now.
So
Get in your bag and get out the way. That's the best place to be. Get you some money and find you some positivity. Seek God. He gonna do the rest for you.
I can dig it. All right, man.
My lips probably white.
I appreciate you. You can let them know your Instagram, socials, TikToks, all that good stuff.
Facts. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at vibes.with.Kymori. Y'all can follow me on TikTok at vibeswithKymori. Ain't no dots, but if you type it in, you're going to see it anyway. Check me out. You see something you like, hit my line. I'm a commissioned artist. There is nothing that I have in my category that is available at all. Everything you see has been a commission purchase. If you want something similar, we can make that happen. Hit my line, let's cook.
For sure. And you know y'all can follow us at the Tsunami Entertainment Company on the YouTube channel. On Instagram at Tsunami Hotbox. And my personal OMG KiiD with 2 eyes. Man, appreciate you.
For sure.
And we out.
We out.